Okay folks, here we are once more. I've actually got a decent day today, so you can see me a bit better. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, I'll leave you all to decide individually. Right, today I've got changed from the usual science fiction video. I had my 75th birthday recently, and I got some good gear as usual. So I thought I would regale you with my my presents, some of which I found quite interesting, and I hope you do too. We have a system in our family where we give each other lists of what we want, and they work from there. Better than getting a load of tripe you don't want, like hankies, socks, and ties, and well, I don't wear ties, but you know what I'm talking about, rubbish like that. And so yeah, it's a good system. I'll jump straight in, so the video's not lasting forever. I should explain I'm trying to make my videos a bit shorter because on my video analytics, the attention span of the average viewer seems to be quite short. So I'm trying to cut them down, so I'll stop talking now and give you an insight into what we got. That completes my Evercade collection up to number 20. I think there's about 26 of them now. But if you're not familiar, Evercade is a retro system, handheld. Well, you can play it on your telly. And it's all retro stuff. Stuff from going way back, Atari, Commodore, Amiga, not been a Spectrum one yet. The Commodore one's coming out, but yeah. So it's all, if you're interested in retro and you just want to play on the go, the Evercade is the machine for you. And these are the inside. You get a cartridge, and unusually for games these days, you get a nice little booklet showing you what games are there and the keys for them, what have you. The other one I got was the Go Arcade. Now these the ordinary retro ones have got a red spine, but the arcade ones are purple. I should explain that a lot of these are from consoles, going way back, so the quality's not great on some of them. But on these, you get the actual arcade version, so the graphics tend to be a lot better. This is number 3. I think that means I've got the first 4. I think there's 8 of them so far. So yeah, so that gives me the first 4 anyway. So that was a couple of games I got, and the other game I got was for the for the Switch, Aces of the Luftwaffe. It's one of the few English shooters I didn't have. The Japanese ones, of course, are harder to get and more expensive. But yeah, I think that's one of the very few, if the only, PAL shooter that I haven't got. Okay, I got a couple of Destiny items, of course. I've seen these online, but these were bought as a kind of surprise present for me. Just the little buttons for your stick, your thumbsticks. So somebody always rings when I'm doing these videos. Amazing, isn't it? So yeah, that was a nice surprise for me, because there's not much Destiny stuff I haven't got now that doesn't cost you an absolute fortune. And then one of my favourite Destiny things, the old Tubbs ducks. I've shown you these before, of course, in the many Destiny videos I've done. Yeah, these are just little little ducks of the characters in the game. That's Zavala. That one for any of you who play the game. There's actually nine of these, and I'm missing the one top middle there, the Cade one. I think that might be a limited edition, but I'm sure we'll get round to it. But yeah, that's the old Tubbs ducks. That was it for Destiny. Now the rest of the stuff I got were books. Well, bar one, I'm keeping that. I'm keeping the best till last. But yeah, I got a couple of these nice SF Masterworks that HMV do for £7. I've mentioned them to you before. Fountains of Paradise, Arthur C. Clarke. I think they won the Hugo Award. Yeah, winner of the Hugo Best Novel. So that's another one I can add to my Hugo Winners project, which I have had to postpone for the time being because I got burnt out reading them. So yeah, Fountains of Paradise. I mean, these are very nice. These are very nice books. Nice thick paperback. Well, more like cardboard covers, but yeah, and they're oversized. And some of the artwork on the front's quite nice. And then the other one we got was very famous vintage novel, More Than Human, by Theodore Sturgeon. I'm surprised I don't have that already, given all the second-hand books I've bought in book hauls online. But yeah, so that was that one. As I say, if you like you like science fiction and you're looking for some nice new books, then go down to your local HMV. I'm sure they'll have a nice stock in. Have a nice stock in of very good books as well. It's not rubbish, obviously they're called Masterworks for a reason. Now this I was particularly pleased with. This is the last in the Millennium, which is an imprint of Orion Books, I think. This is the last of the Tale of the Eternal Champion that they did. And basically it collects all the Moorcock Eternal Champion books, some revised as well. And they're getting quite pricey now online. You can get a couple of them, some of the less popular ones that are cheaper, but these can run out, over £20 anyway, let's put it that way. So yeah, I was pleased to get that one. I did have a copy that I showed on the channel a while back, but it was I had to send it back because it was a library edition and it had a cigarette burn in the plastic. So I wasn't best pleased with that. So yeah, that was one that I was very pleased about because I like to complete things, as you know. And then the other book I got was any of you who have read old 60s, 70s comics, or remember Adam Strange. And now this is the DC Archive editions, which there's quite a lot of them now. But basically they've gone back, you can get like the Batman ones from way back when they first, when Detective Comics and Batman comics first started in the late 30s. But this is a character I particularly like, and also the artwork on this was lovely. I mean, you can see there the colours. The colours on this were unlike any other comic I've ever seen, to be quite honest. It was drawn by Carmine Infantino, who was an editor and an artist back in way back in the 60s, 70s. And this is the second. I've got the first volume. This is the second. You don't see that around at a decent price very often, but I think that one was. And then last but not least, I got this very nice. There again, I didn't know I was getting this, so it came as a nice surprise to me. It's the limited edition of Kick-Ass, whatever. It okay, now it's a Steelbook, of course. It's a film I particularly like, actually. I like, I can never remember which order it comes in. Chloe Grace, is it? Or Grace Chloe? One of the two. That's where I first saw her, and she was great in this, and I've watched most of her films ever since. Now this is one beautiful Steelbook. I mean, any of you that have seen my Steelbook reviews will know that I'm always moaning, bemoaning, if you like, the lack of quality, the lack of sort of good ideas that go into the artwork for these Steelbooks, but that is a particularly nice one. Now, even more, you remember I was always moaning about the back of Steelbooks, because normally you get either nothing or something very, very minimal. This one, not so. I mean, that is how all Steelbooks should be for me. Very beautiful Steelbook. If I got it the wrong way around, that's the front and that's the back. Well, I think they should be the other way around, but never mind. And inside you have some very nice discs as well, not just the usual blue or black that you normally get. And then you have some artwork too. So I mean, that's my idea of an ideal Steelbook. You know, I mean, in Germany, Japan, places like this, all the Steelbooks are amazing. We tend to be lazy with ours, but that one I particularly like. Now you get a few bits and pieces with it. You get these very, very good quality, very high quality art cards. I'll just try and get them out, because it's a bit of a trial trying to get these out. So bear with me for a few seconds. You've got to be very careful, otherwise you split the little band that goes around them. I think we're there. Come on, one more. Yep, right, okay. Yep, so you get these very nice art cards. I mean, they're on very, very thick quality cardboard of the four main characters, or the five main characters actually. All very nicely done. There's Grace Chloe, or Chloe Grace, whatever. And there's good old Nicolas Cage hammering it up again. I love Nicolas Cage. Great guy. And there we have, who is it? I don't remember his name. Yeah, Mark Strong, the quintessential villain of the piece. So yeah, those are very nice, and they're all shiny as well, as you can see there. So yep, very high quality items. And then again, there's a high quality book that goes with them, and this is your usual mixture of scenes from the film, if I can find a decent one. That'll do, yeah. So you've got your artwork in there, and then you've got some notes about the production and what have you. Say all in very glossy. I mean, I always prefer hardbacks for these things, but that's a particularly nice one. And then to top it all off, you get this little mini poster. I'm going to back a bit so you can see it. Oops, let's get up the right way, shall we? Yeah, so I'm not still drunk. Nice. Yeah, so that was the Kick-Ass limited edition. So yeah, that was it, folks. That's what I got for my 75th birthday. I will be back. I've got loads of science fiction books to show you. Lots of doors and some other stuff I've picked up. So there'll probably be at least a couple of those videos coming up within the next week or so. So anyway, thank you for watching me ramble on about my birthday gear. And thanks for subscribing as usual, viewing and commenting. More comments, please. And share if you can. And I will see you very, very shortly. Bye-bye now.